there's no reason why this coin shouldn't take off, considering its partnerships, where it's heading, and the gentleman who started it. Hey guys, how you doing today? Once again, you're speaking to Matt, founder of Hedge, and today I'm going to be speaking about Lukso and what it does and what it is and where it's going to be going in my perspective. This is not financial advice and it shouldn't be misconstrued as such. As long as you understand that, you should be enjoying my videos. Lukso. The ticker LYXe. What is Lukso? Lukso is an NFT cryptocurrency. What separates Lukso from all the other ones? That would be the founder. The founder of this blockchain is an all-star coder that nobody really knows about or talks about, which is insane because most people wouldn't even know that he had such a large part to do with Ethereum and almost everything that's blowing up in the cryptocurrency space today. This man's name is Fabian Volgestellar. He coded ERC20, ERC725, as well as Web3. Now you're thinking, those are big names. What does that even mean? Him and Vitalik started working on ERC20 and he was the main coder / author and developer of that platform, which allows basically DeFi to function, meaning that without ERC20, there would be no Tether, there would be no DeFi. So just from that, his credentials alone, being such a large part of that and the main author of that part of Ethereum, makes him an incredible coder. Now we're going to move on to ERC725, another token standard. And what is that? That is NFTs. They adhere to those standards of code. Now he coded that himself. He's coded ERC20 and ERC725 to make NFTs a possibility. And the last thing I mentioned was Web3, which is what Polkadot is based off of. And that allows for the interoperability between multiple networks. It's not complicated to understand how important he was to all these projects to even happen. After Ethereum, the main founders disbanded, he went and did his own project called Lukso. And this project is not being spoken about in mainstream crypto news simply because he was lesser known. He wasn't a mainstream person that was spoken about often in the Ethereum. So he was kind of like almost like in the shadows doing all this work. And I guess from there, he didn't really get recognized like Hoskinson's and Vitalik and all the other main coders of Ethereum. But his role was crucial in the foundation for everything that is cryptocurrency today. And that's why I am bullish about Lukso. I called this gem at roughly 50 cents when it just came out of its RICO. Its RICO was the reason I was so into the project itself. What is an RICO? Well, they are the first crypto to actually have an ICO that was refundable. And that's really all it is. Refundable initial coin offering, a RICO, the first RICO. Now that means that, let's say hypothetically, I believe in the project, I buy it. I throw one whole Ethereum into the project. Month or 2 months later, I decide I don't trust this project anymore. I want out. I want to get my money back. I could literally receive my Ethereum back minus the gas fees, meaning that this company is so transparent. They're even telling you, hey, we'll give you back your money if you don't believe in the project. There's no issue with that. Most other companies will take your money and then they'll be like, okay, when we get a chance, we'll get shit done now. This is the first company that basically just said, hey, you don't believe in us? Fine. Take your money back. Not often will you see that in any form of company. They are the first to do that, which is why I trust them, because they've already established a foundation of trust by saying we're willing to give you back your money if you don't believe in us. I called this with my team at 50 cents and it had an all-time high of $27. Let me tell you the functionality of Lukso before I go into the partnerships. Functionality of Lukso is they'll be developing something called NFT 2.0. So they're creating a blockchain based off the Ethereum blockchain that is specifically meant to handle NFTs. But their application of NFTs is going to be extremely interesting. It's not just going to be for digital art, which is how most people see it. What they're actually tackling with their NFTs is transparency of ownership for fashion goods, as well as reducing fashion waste through blockchain. Meaning, transparency being, let's say you buy Gucci purse. There's a lot of knockoffs in the world, and now they're getting good at producing fake slips of authenticity. So now a lot of fakes are being put out into the circulation, and you can't really catch them. What Lukso plans to do is they plan to create NFTs out of the purse. So let's say I buy the NFT for Gucci. I could go redeem it at the Gucci store for a purse, And I know that the authenticity will be a QR code that basically dictates, hey, this is a legitimate purse, for example. And not just that, but let's say I want to sell it. Now I sell the purse with the NFT and now it transfers ownership. So now I know everyone who's owned that purse before me. And the thing that makes that even more valuable is this. Let's say someone steals your purse and then they try to sell it on the black market. No NFT equals no money. That means the person who stole it won't be able to fraud it now. It's going to be more complicated for them to actually sell it, because from there, they'll be like, where's the NFT with it? There's no NFT. It's probably fake or stolen. And then from there, it complicates the life of a thief or a frauder. That's a pretty valuable thing. And the other thing it's doing is it's reducing fashion waste, meaning the fashion industry is plagued by being not profitable and being just an overall wasteful industry. Because think of it this way, this shirt, let's say 100,000 of them are produced. Maybe 10 to 20,000 might be bought at a time. That leaves you with up to potentially 80,000 or 80% of your stock unsold, meaning that that's wasted income that won't be coming in. But also now you got to find something to do with it. So usually it'll end up in a warehouse, it'll sit there, and then it'll just be part of the global fashion waste. And cotton and all these things aren't exactly good for the environment to be processing all the time. What blockchain technology will do is it'll give you accurate data as to what your sales and what your projections are going to be if you do a production of, let's say, fashion. So then you'll know, okay, out of, let's say, the 100,000 we produced over the last X amount of years, only 30 to 40% were bought, meaning that they know now that they could reduce how much they're producing to reduce costs and waste and increase profitability at that point, because they won't be putting their money into nothing. That's a pretty big thing. NFT 2.0 is going to be very big because of that. Another huge thing that Lukso is tackling is the digital identity. A lot of people right now, it's like they're getting hacked, they're getting frauded, they're getting all kinds of different things in the internet that are taking their information. What Lukso wants to do is reduce that kind of fraud by creating a digital identity that you could use to play around on their networks and get things done. Pushing that aside, now I wanted to get into the partnerships briefly to talk about why Lukso could potentially be such a huge brand that we haven't even heard about yet. They've already started partnering with Adidas, Chanel, Tommy Hilfiger, and a few other major fashion brands. They're starting basically by trying to knock off their fraud and reduce their waste, which is going to be big for these companies because most of these companies, they need that. The other incredible thing that they're going to be doing is they're technically doing NFTs for FIFA and the entire soccer world. Maybe you guys may have heard of NBA Top Shots, which is like a digital collectible online game where you're collecting basketball moments. It's backed by Mark Cuban, right? For sure you've heard of it. The beta just came out. And if you haven't heard about it, understand that it became extremely big, extremely quickly. And anyone who is in the NBA Top Shot scene made a lot of money. Now, Lukso is going to be doing FIFA's version of NBA Top Shots. And ask yourself, how much bigger is FIFA compared to NBA? It's a no-brainer. There's going to be a lot of market share entering that blockchain soon. And they're launching their mainnet in summer. That's when they're scheduled. Now, there's no promises. It could be a bit earlier. It could be a bit later. But once that mainnet launches and they start putting these products on, that's where you're going to see Luxo's price action really take off. And with such a small supply of under 20 million, there's no reason why this coin shouldn't take off, considering its partnerships, where it's heading, and the gentleman who started it, Fabian Volgestellar, who basically coded all of the main things in cryptocurrency right now, like DeFi, NFTs, and Web3, which are pretty much how everything is being done in the cryptocurrency space right now. I'm going to wrap up this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and definitely check out our other videos if you like this one. Have a great day, guys. Now, yeah, go for it. We're gonna need to cut that one because I said that specifically for you.
You smiled as soon as you said
yeah, because I said it for you. I said it specifically for you.